me, Chevy Press, and A Life with Ron in the back. We're in Columbus, Ohio. I came to spend some time with Ron and Chevy, and
Estimated time and
we
traffic,
just came
10
back
minutes.
from the zoo. So
Yeah.
we have about a 30-minute ride back to their neighborhood. So we thought we'd go live and
John, what we've done so far.
we've done a lot so far, actually. We've eaten a lot, that's for sure.
For sure. That's what you always do when
No
you're with
diet
us.
on vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
I arrived on,
Yesterday.
yesterday, and it was like a 5 hour, well, it was probably more like 6 hours because I had a stop drive. So I was expecting it to be terrible weather. The weather report was bad, but it didn't rain until the very end. So very lucky. We went out for dinner to an Asian bistro, which was really good.
Sesame Seed Asian Bistro. Hey, Eddie.
Hey,
Yeah. And we had a great meal. And I went to Ron and Chevy's house and got to meet the famous Chi Chi and Bella.
That's right.
They are so cute. And Bella is spunky and but very lovable and affectionate once she kind of calms down and gets to know you a little bit. And Chi Chi is such a big personality for such a little tiny bird. So really fun meeting them. I've been watching all of their videos for years, so finally getting to meet those guys was great. So we did that, and then I went and checked in at the hotel, and the hotel is really nice. I did a hotel tour video, and after that, I'd say, we were all just dead tired because I think I had been up until like 3 in the morning the night before, and then the 5-6 hour drive, whatever it was, and it was just a busy day. So I had videos to make, but I did a little bit, and then I was like, by 10:30, I said I can't keep my eyes open anymore. So this morning we got together bright and early, and we headed out to Der Dutchman, which is an Amish buffet, really, restaurant. We had a buffet breakfast, and it was really good.
And we got to sit in the buggy cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Amish buggy car.
Yeah, that was really cool. They had a buggy, and I just assumed it was decorative. And Ron said, well, can we sit in there? And she said, yeah. So we sat in this little buggy, which was great for filming. It was very cute. We had a lot of food, so very filling. And then we came back, and Chi Chi went to boarding. She loves going to her boarding, and since we were going to be
Came
busy,
out and took my bird.
yes. Since we were going to be so busy doing so many things, they said, it'd be better for Chi Chi to have some companionship at the...
She'll have fun, her little vacation away.
Yeah. So, and then we came to the Columbus Zoo, and it is such a... We, of course, we all made videos.
It was the perfect day for the zoo.
Yeah, it was a good day for the
It was
zoo.
supposed to be a complete washout. It was supposed to be 90% chance of rain, like through the whole entire day.
Yeah.
And it ended up, well, we had the tiniest amount of sprinkles just now on the windshield, and now it's stopped. So I don't know how we got so lucky. I don't know, but
Did you pull out in front of the popo?
No.
Well, it's good if we get pulled over because we're live. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Must be an accident. It's not usually this bad a traffic.
Oh, okay. I was just feeling right at home. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're creeping along on some
This
traffic.
is usually not this bad when I come home.
Oh, okay. And I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah, this is normal for rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
Nothing unusual to me.
Yeah, this
It's
is
actually
unusual.
usually worse. So, um, but
Your mother.
we went to the zoo and we walked and walked and walked and saw all kinds of things. We took a bunch of video clips. So
We
we'll
only did
all
about
be
a third
having.
of the zoo.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we walked around, I was thinking, oh, we must have seen it all. And then looking on the map, it was, there was tons more to see. So, and what I was also surprised at is that, like, in the summer, there's also a water park there and a carnival type thing. So Columbus,
Stingray
Ohio
Bay
Zoo is
and
really good.
Zumbeezy Bay. It used to be Wyandotte Lake for those of you who are from the Ohio area.
Be local Columbus people. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's
Talking about the
world
kangaroos
class.
and the
I would say.
birds.
We went to the Australia section, and there was a kangaroo exhibit. And I thought, okay, a kangaroo exhibit is going to be really cool. And this was even beyond my expectations because you went into the enclosure and they were just there. I mean, there was a walking path with some like knee-high sort of borders, but they were right next to you. Like, there's a kangaroo. Like, there was a worker there kind of like, talking to you. That's the other really nice thing about the Columbus Zoo is that at so many of the exhibits, there was actually staff members there, like answering questions, talking to you, making small talk about, the animals and stuff like that. I've never seen that before. That was really very nice. So they answered your questions if you had them. I told you a little bit.
Somebody went through
They
the
went through the
guardrail.
barrier.
Oh, so see, there's an accident. So somebody mowed down a barrier and went down a ravine.
Jeez.
Well, you don't really see them because, Lord, I don't know. But
I don't let that truck in front of us.
What? You're not coming in front of
Ron's a
us?
nervous backseat driver.
Yes.
But that's okay. And now the traffic's like opened all up. It's like completely.
This is like normal.
This is how it normally is. This is like flowing.
I mean,
So,
at this time of day,
yeah.
it gets a little bit more
What time of
towards
day is it?
rush hour, but this is, I usually go early in the
3:45
day.
there.
early.
Sorry, he has to check his Rolex watch real quick.
Anyways, so yeah, we've been doing a lot, and we have a lot more planned actually.
Going to Ann and Tony's tonight.
Well, that was one of the things I said to Ron. Like, I want to see a lot of these, restaurants that you guys always go to. Ron and Chevy are out 2, 3, maybe more eating, and I've gotten to know all the places that they're always going to. I've never been to them. It's like, oh, Anthony, oh, you're going to Sesame Seed, to Asian Bistro. It's like I recognize them because I've seen all the videos, and so we kind of Chevy had made a list here with some of their favorites and some lists of things we're going to do, and we're kind of doing what we can and checking them off as we go. So we were talking about doing Top Golf, which is like a driving range, but is it kind of indoor?
You're sort of indoor, but you hit your golf balls.
Yeah.
So it's covered.
So
There's
it's
a huge
okay.
fence that we showed him.
Oh yeah,
Very
it's
small.
huge. Yeah, stories and stories.
yeah, so I think might do that. There's also a couple of museums and things to check out. Of course,
TV
everything.
museum.
TV museum.
Force Museum.
Thing is like around. We're focusing around things that we make content from and film from. So since we're all YouTubers, so it's fun to do that. It's fun to go places where you have good content. The zoo definitely gave us all, I think, a lot of material to make out of, material to make a nice long form video if we want. So I'll have a lot of work to do, and I don't know. I'll probably wait until I get home to do everything, but I'm gonna
We're gonna have some shorts for you guys.
yeah, posting here and there along the way.
Teaser shorts.
Tomorrow is Saturday, right? So
Yeah.
we're going
The Salt
to
Cave.
yeah. So I don't know if film there.
What do you mean? We rented it all out. We better be able to
Oh,
film
okay,
there.
all right. I
The
guess
whole
we'll
reason we
film.
rented
Well, if
the
not,
whole
you'll
room.
take your
We'll
glasses.
take our glasses. We won't count the bottom.
I'll be wearing our meta glasses. So that'd be kind of like a relaxation experience where you negative ions or
Your
things,
sinuses.
clear out
They
your
put
sinus.
saline mist in the air for you to breathe
So we're
in.
going to be talking very clear after that. We won't be all congested like we are. Which probably if it's pollen season or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tree in bloom here, and I'm not particularly allergic. Also,
I have very bad early spring season allergies to the grasses, so I am very allergic.
yeah. I apologize if this phone is a little tilted.
You guys will just deal with it.
Forgive me. So, yeah, what else do we have planned that we're going to try to do? The TV.
Yeah, you can go over
Oh,
the
okay,
list.
we'll go over the list.
List of
while we're here.
possibilities. We're not
All
going to
right.
be able to do them all.
No, but these are ideas.
We've already had a couple scratched off.
Yeah, we're going to do the Salt Cave. There's also an Air Force Museum. There is the Columbus Museum of Art, the TV Museum, which we spoke about. There's Franklin Park Conservatory, North Market, Other Worlds, go to the casino, the Book Loft, Scene 75, Top Golf, and OSU
Yeah, we should
campus
stop at the
in
casino
downtown.
tonight after dinner.
Yeah, we can go to the casino tonight.
So
Want to do the casino tonight?
we could. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the list. There's a lot to do. So we'll do what we can here and there, you know, and
Just stay tuned. There'll probably be a round 2 trip.
Out there.
We'll be
Yeah.
going to Chicago next year, so stay tuned for
Uh-huh.
that. Me and
Yeah.
Debbie are traveling to Chicago to see Scott.
yeah.
In
So
May of 2026.
yeah, so May, so
Or, no, probably August 2026.
oh okay, well it'll be hot then.
Yeah. August
Yeah.
2026.
Well, that's the best time of year to visit Chicago.
We're bringing our pepper spray.
We'll probably be downtown.
If you're downtown,
I'll
well,
bring 2 pepper sprays.
yeah, it's fine, but there are, well, we won't talk about I don't want to frighten them.
I've been downtown.
Yeah, it's very nice, but there
I've
is
been in
random acts
Chicago
of
when I was in
violence.
the Navy. That's why I know you got smoky sidewalks I don't like.
Well, in the summer, there's often police in the tourist areas, police on every street corner, because there
I
are
don't know if that makes me feel comfortable or scared.
well, they sometimes have spontaneous takeovers, which have been happening recently, where large groups of people will just descend upon a certain area and start like a crime wave. So, yeah,
Shh, don't tell him things
but
like that.
you know that's rare. Well,
Yeah, we went to
It's unlikely.
Philadelphia a couple years ago. And,
Tell me
nice,
the story.
nice area. I mean, we really did have a good time. We found some really cool things.
was
Some of the
amazing.
history things we learned was just amazing. But yeah, the crime downtown was a little bit more than we thought we would have, and
So he's always out on meetings and stuff. So I'm out gallivanting around Philadelphia looking for a good ramen noodle restaurant. I find this perfect ramen noodle restaurant, and I go in and have my noodles, and I tell Chevy like, "Oh, look, I just had this ramen noodle restaurant." Later on, I found out I was literally like feet from a stabbing that happened moments ago.
Yeah.
And then they had this alarm go off in our hotel. We
Middle
stayed
of
at
the
a
night.
very nice hotel on like what, the 75th floor or something.
Pretty high up.
We were like, how high?
Well, it's pretty high up.
Very
probably
high
40.
up. It was very scary, but a beautiful hotel room. But they had this alarm go off, and I'm like, "What's that alarm?" Chevy's like, "Oh, that's nothing. He was just testing things." And then the day we leave, because he knew better than to tell me before, he's like, "Oh, what was it? Someone had a gun. There was a shooting right outside the hotel."
Yeah, so I found out, because I've been in hotels before, at these events and stuff where they had like fire alarm in the middle of the night, and I've had to evacuate or something. But
Yeah.
this one, the fire alarm went off, and this was in the middle of the night, but they came on the sound system and told everybody to stay in their rooms, which is a little
Okay.
strange.
Yeah.
And so they never came back and gave everybody the all clear either, which was really strange.
Yeah.
And so we really didn't think much of it. It was like, well, maybe there was just a malfunction or something. But the next day, I go to the place. I was meeting all the meetings and everything. And they start talking about, did you know what was going on? There was a big shooting like right outside the hotel that night or something. That's what it was.
So he found out
like,
the next day, but he knew better than to tell me.
Yeah.
Because if he would have
Oh,
told
yeah.
me, I would have made us leave.
Probably. Yeah, so there was a few things there.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful town, a very historical town. I love to go in there. We went into the Senate, the original like Senate building and the House building, and it
Saw the
was
statue or the Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell. It was
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was really amazing. Everything we got to see, the historical.
So I'm so
parts
glad
of
I
it.
went, but I will never go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we
And-
saw the famous prison where
yeah.
Al Capone was.
Yeah, we filmed that.
Mhm.
So I mean, there was from
There's
a
lots to
historical
see.
standpoint, it
Yeah.
really was worth it. But probably I would never go back.
We're
Yeah.
going to Washington soon, and I can't wait for that. That's a very historical place as well, so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And then stay tuned because this year we're going back to Gatlinburg in September. Yay!
Yeah. So some good things on the horizon, some nice plans to look forward to, which I'm sure you'll have a lot of content to be made there in any of those locations, really. So, and yeah, I mean, I know Chevy, you'll be doing a lot of meetings and stuff, but Ron, hopefully you'll have some time to get out and explore and check out some cool sites and museums and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's a lot.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit of time,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not a ton. But
I want to see the, what is it called? The
Lincoln Memorial.
Lincoln Memorial. I want to see the thing with the names on it. What's that?
well, there's the World War II.
And then the big
stuff.
tower that people, the big, what's that?
Yeah,
And then the pond that was, I don't know, none
the
of the stuff's
reflecting
small.
pond.
I want to see all that.
Uh-huh.
It's all right in one area, so we could do that in one day. So we could probably do that on Sunday.
Right. Yeah, you can check out the attractions.
We'll walk all the way down to where Congress is and the Supreme Court.
And then I'm going to go and have a personal conversation with Mr. President.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm going to tell him how Life with Ron would run the country.
Oh boy. And he'll take notes.
He'll lock me up.
They say, how did you get in here? See him to the door.
I'm like, I have my press pass. I'm a minister as well. Do you need your last rites?
Yeah, so we put a lot of steps in today, walking all around the zoo. There's a
8,000. Just at the zoo.
I think we're all feeling it too,
Yeah.
All
My
of our-
butt cheeks hurt.
Ron's butt cheek, my feet hurt.
Hey,
I'm not
Mr. K.
Hey, how's it
there.
going?
Hello.
Look who's together. Yeah, so are you home from your vacation, Mr. K? Hope you had a nice time.
Did you guys get your tights ready?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
We're doing a full Monty show tomorrow at 8 p.m. at the Eagles Bar. Wait, is that still open?
I don't think so. That's probably been closed 20 years.
Well, we're reopening it. Yeah.
He's still in Hawaii, but he's leaving tonight.
Oh, okay.
Road reported ahead.
Very nice.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
There's an accident reported ahead.
Well, somebody's losing wood chips.
Yeah. Probably a landscaping truck overturned or something.
Or tornado.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have any rain. Now we have like a little bit of light drizzle, but nothing to worry about or complain about, rather, because for
This
as much.
part always gets congested.
Yeah. Yeah, we're driving from the zoo area to back home to where they live, so we figured we have about a half an hour or so. We might as well go
So we're
live.
going to go to dinner later at Ann and Tony's. Stay tuned for those shorts, because he will be posting his shorts.
Yes.
And you need to post a short too. And then we might be going to the casino, so stay tuned for shorts from that, because I'm sure we all have our glasses to record the
I'll have
little
to
slot
charge my
machines.
phone.
Here's and
Let's plug it in while we're on
so
here.
stay tuned for all
It
that.
was getting low. I filmed so many videos. This new phone has a tremendous battery, but when you film as many clips as I did, it starts to wear out. And then I was doing it on my Meta glasses too. So hopefully I'm gonna have a really nice video of the Columbus Zoo. Yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, Mr. K, if you're, you know, I mean, we've got 2 zoos in Chicago, the Lincoln Park Zoo and the Brookfield Zoo, and, you know, they're nice, but then you come to this one and it's like, oh, this is so much better. And there were no crowds. There was no, it was like, where are the people? Like, where, you can go right up to the, exhibit.
I'm antisocial. They all stayed away.
Yeah. I was like explaining, if you've ever been to the Lincoln Park Zoo, especially, which is in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of like kind of near downtown Chicago. It's free to the public, first of all. And if you go, I usually have only ever been there around the Christmas season where they supposedly have lights. It's so crawling with people. I was telling them, it's like, I like Brookfield Zoo better than Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln Park is so freaking packed. When I was there for around Christmas time, it was like leaving a concert venue where the people are like stepping on your ankles, stepping on your shoes, like you're just like in a sea of people just walking. We went for the Christmas lights and it was like, I never saw an animal. It was like, where are the animals? Like, they thought this was a zoo. It was just a sea of people. You were just trying to like focus on getting through it. It was terrible. Brookfield Zoo is nice, but it wasn't like this. This was much nicer, so much bigger, tons more to see, and like very few people. So highly recommend it if you ever have the opportunity. I think it's worth it for sure. So yeah, that's what I'm noticing about the Columbus area. It's like there's a lot of things and stuff like that, but there's a lot of like open space too. Well, there's just a lot less people in general, I suppose, so that just makes it a different feel to it. But it's very nice. It's just less congested and a lot of open land too. So it's nice to come in and see something different, explore a different place because I had never been to Ohio, so I thought, oh, it's a great time to come because of course no better reason than to visit Ron and Chevy. We always have fun together, and just a getaway, to get away from home. It's like everybody was doing their spring breaks and stuff like that. So for them, it's more like a staycation. We're being tourists in their own city. So that's fun to do too. I've done that when my friends have come into Chicago before. There's so many things that exist and that are available to do, but you just don't generally do them because it's just not something that you do on a day-to-day basis. You get in your routine, right? You have the stuff that's not near you. You're like, oh, I can go there anytime and do that, and then you rarely do it. When you're showing someone, then you have a reason to go and do those things and show them around and stuff. So, and then you kind of remember, like, oh yeah, there's a lot of things to do. But when somebody asks you off the top of your head, like, "Oh, we're coming to Chicago. What should we do?" I was like, "I don't know." Like, it's like, well, what do you do? I go to work every day, and I go home. And it's like you don't do a lot of activities that are especially interesting to tourists. So, but yeah, we've been thinking of all kinds of different things to check out and do. So it was all, some of the things are a little bit weather dependent.
We got really lucky with the weather in the zoo today because this is one of the outdoor kind of activities that really depended upon nice weather.
Right.
Yeah. Luckily, they thought of a lot of different things we can do inside, and so this was high on our list. I know that they have a membership at the zoo and they go pretty often. And I always remembered when they would make a zoo video, like they would visit one area, like Africa or whatever, And I always thought that was like, oh, why are you only visiting one area and not? What do you think? Are you going to visit Annie Jan? No.
Where, in prison? It's like, I ain't putting no money on our books.
Annie's in New Jersey. We're in Ohio, so it's not terribly far, but too far for a visit, sadly. Sadly. Yeah. How is Hawaii? Are you enjoying your time? I'm sure the weather is gorgeous. When is it not there, right? And what have you been doing on your vacation?
Yeah, show us some videos.
Yeah, is it spring break?
Make it short.
And are there a lot of crowds and a lot of people there? Because,
Is there a lot of men in skimpy little tight?
yeah, have you been checking out all the men in skimpy little tight Speedos?
Yeah. Are they be surfing?
Uh-huh.
It's sunny and warm. That's love.
It's okay. Now, don't forget to answer the part about the Speedos.
Yeah. That's more important.
Right.
There's three gay men in this car.
That's
you think
what we
care
want
about the
to know.
weather? It's like, we want tights and no, don't say that. But
I went to the beach and went boogie boarding every day.
oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I saw your video on Instagram, I think, of you boogie boarding, or maybe it was Facebook,
Oh, very
of you
cool.
boogieing down over there. That's nice. Did your whole family do it? Did you have your sister and parents boogieing away?
You said no Speedos, but my ass would look great in one. I'm sure Scott agrees.
Did you go out for a lot of dinners and stuff? What else do you like to do when you're there? You just mostly relax, or I know you've gone there quite a few times. So, do you hit up the, I don't know, like you see on TV when everyone goes to Hawaii, they're like, I'm going to this like majestic waterfall. What did he say? I didn't see
He's the
that.
only one that goes on a board.
Oh, okay. It looks like there's always like the waterfalls. Like, when you watch the episodes where the Brady Bunch went to,
It's there for R&R.
okay. Well, okay. When you watch the Brady Bunch and they go there, you have to go and then, just don't take the idol
That's right.
from the cave, because
Yeah.
then you will be completely cursed
Watch out for the tarantula.
and
Well,
drink a
Mama's
ton of
family,
alcohol.
she took
I was
her-
gonna just say, and Mama's family,
Right.
when they went to Hawaii, and this guy was like she thought harassing her,
It
but she was
wasn't one of
nice to
Mommy
her.
the Rich.
Yeah, she thought it was a homeless person trying to freeload, and he ended up being like a billionaire, and he wanted to marry her, and she turned him down.
Yeah.
So anything can happen in the magical islands of Hawaii. Did you get laid? I mean, when you have lay.
That isn't what he meant.
I haven't been late.
Which island? Come on, I want to lay ya. Island. That was a line from Grumpy Old Men. And if you've ever seen that movie with Jack Lemmon
Yeah.
and Burgess Meredith, and he says, so he's talking to this old lady at the Italian restaurant, and he said he went something about Hawaii, and she said, oh, really? Which island? And he said, come on, I want to lay ya. She said, I find you disgusting. He said, well, at least you find me. Anyways, guys, we're just getting back to their place, so
We're
I guess
here.
we're gonna end
We're
it.
queer. No, I mean,
Well, thanks for joining us in Impromptu Live,
Yeah.
and check out the videos that I have, and check out Ron and Chevy's channel, Chevy Perez and Life with Ron, and check out all the upcoming videos that we'll all be having as well. So
Yep.
until
So,
next time, guys, bye.
if you haven't subscribed, you do it.
If you haven't subscribed yet, it's not too late. If you have, welcome to the family.
I love you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
How do you end this?